back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. This is just going to be a quick hangar update and maybe a little bit of Vandal Swarm after I'm done. It's been a while since my last channel update, for my hangar at least. I've still got the Constellation Aquila. This is the old model. Got the Merlin sitting in front of it. I haven't really heard when the new Constellation Aquila model is going to be in the game. I know that the Constellation Andromeda new model will be is currently in the PTU 2.0 servers. But we'll see. I haven't heard much about the variations. Um, I got rid of my Freelancer and a couple other smaller ships so that I could get a Starfarer Gemini, which is not in the hangar. I got a I got a Mustang Delta, mostly because I really enjoy the way it dogfights. I had a Super Hornet for a little while. However, I really didn't. I liked how it was tanky, but I didn't like how slow it felt. So I enjoy, if I'm gonna dogfight and I'm gonna do mess around in Vandal Swarm or Free Flight. I really like. I I've noticed I thoroughly enjoyed flying the Mustang ships because they're just extremely maneuverable. And on the Delta, you can mount up to 6 weapons. You can take those rocket pods off and mount a size 2 weapon. It'll be fixed, of course, which is fine with me because I usually don't use the gimbals. And the fact that the Mustang series is so maneuverable helps you aim a lot with fixed weapons, so it's a real plus. But however, I will say when I have taken the rocket pods off in the past, that I've noticed a drop in maneuverability and overall responsiveness of the ship, and I believe that that's because I believe it only has a size 2 power plant. And when you have all these weapons, SIG recently did a balance pass that makes the weapons draw more power, so people aren't. I believe it's called boating, where they equip all the same weapon. Apparently, it was causing some issues with balancing the game. So it was overpowered. Apparently, I don't know. I never really noticed it, but that's that's a new thing. So you want to pay attention to your weapon draw, power draw whenever you're trying to dogfight and stuff. So this is just a stock loadout because currently, whenever I try to go into Arena Commander while modifying my loadout, like I'll switch weapons between ships, I will spawn in a buggy every single time. So there's no way for me to mess with the weapons too much without buying them. I bought a few guns just to mess around with. I tried taking one rocket pod off and equipping an Omni Sky, a size 2 Omni Sky, and I did notice that it my ship took a huge hit to its maneuverability. It was drifting all over the place. I was like, what the heck's going on here? So I know power draw does make a huge difference in some of these newer updates, which is great. It makes you have to strategize a little more about how you do things. But anyway, this is my current dog fighter. This is what I use for mainly my dog fighting. I enjoy it a lot. I don't know. It'll probably just be an escort ship if depending on how the fuel goes and how much of a pain in the butt it is to refuel smaller ships with the Starfarer. Like if I'm out on exploration voyages, I'll probably have someone piloting this to kind of tag along in the group if they want to. Right now it's my Arena Commander ship. Over here I have the Cutlass Blue. I actually used to have a Cutlass Black. I melted that a long time ago because I was just having some issues with it, and I knew I wanted the blue anyway. There were other ships I wanted more than the black. The black was really neat. I think the blue is also a very cool ship. I do like the Cutlass lineup. A lot of people give them. There's some negatives right now. I believe armor isn't implemented into the game, so they seem really fragile, and people say they aren't very maneuverable. I'm gonna whenever this is flyable, I'm gonna test around with the same with adding ballistic weaponry on this ship and putting more power to the thrusters to see if that'll help with the maneuverability issues. I never noticed a huge issue with the black. I mean, it's a larger ship. I don't expect it to maneuver like a Mustang, but actually, I thought but then again, when I flew the black, that was in a different patch than when I flew the Super Hornet. I was going to compare the two, and me personally, I thought they were pretty close. But that's just my opinion. Everybody's got a different opinion. But I think they're overall a pretty useful ship because the blue, especially the size of the weaponry you can mount to this thing is amazing. It's you can I believe you can mount size 4, at least size 3 on the wing, several of them. You can take those sucker punches off. There's place for missiles. Um, there's a lot of options for weaponry on this thing. And like I said, armor isn't in the game yet. It also has a larger power plant and a larger shield, or I believe you can upgrade those to larger too. Um, I love the look of the Cutlass. It's just a neat ship to me, even though it's not I was reading, I hang out on the Cutlass thread every so often, and whenever I do, I notice there's a lot of complaints about how it wasn't really the ship they were pitched. But I came in a lot later than all that stuff. I watched videos on the Cutlass and reviews on the Cutlass, and I had always heard people were upset with the way it turned out, but it was out whenever I became a Star Citizen backer, and what it was is I enjoyed it. But part of the reason I like it is it has room for a whole lot of crew, and I'm hoping I'll see it won't be as fragile when the armor update drops. So it'll be a little bit, more sturdy, and it'll be able to do some troop transporting. This is also pretty cool. It's extremely modular ship. You can use it for a lot of different things. You can swap a lot of parts out. It's been pitched as an extremely modular ship. And like I said, it's not flyable yet, so of course we're still in the early days of the Cutlass lineup. Um, I believe there's an update pass pad for all of them. Here's the holding cells for the police variant, but there's a turret up there. I just like it because you can do troop transport. It's extremely modular. It can mount a lot of weaponry. It has some big shields and a big generator, and I just think it's a decent multi-purpose ship, and I happen to personally like the aesthetics of it. We'll see. I may rig it up depending on how the final version of it ends up. I may end up souping up as maybe a smaller exploration ship, or just keeping it as a support fighter for my exploration fleet when I go out. Um, there's my main package is a beta. That's over there. That's I'm sure plenty of you have seen the beta before. But those are my current ships right now. I've also got an Avenger, but I happen to have the Titan variant, and I'm in patch 1.3. And the Titan variant is a 2.0 thing. So basically, I have to wait till I either get invited to the PTU or it becomes the live, because I'm like 800 citizen number 800,000. So we'll see if I get into that or not. Let's see if this is fixed. Nope, I'm still having trouble with the buggy. No steering wheel, no option to get in it, and it's moving around. But yeah, I just want to do a quick hangar update, kind of show you where my hangar's at. Like I said, it's nothing. I'm not like a mega backer like some of those guys who've done thousands and thousands of dollars, but I'm happy with what I've gotten so far, especially since I just graduated college and I'm just doing this regular old job for right now, so nothing super special. So I'm happy I've managed to scrounge up this much and support the game this much. I do plan on eventually. I'm gonna stop when I reach concierge. Probably gonna try to stop buying ships when I reach concierge, which should be pretty soon because I've bought a lot of weapons too. Um, but and after I reach concierge, I think I'm gonna subscribe for a year for just to support the game one last time. But that's my plan. I'm not going up there. Nothing up there useful. Let me see if this bug's still here. I'm not sure how I feel about this hangar. It's kind of neat, but it's also a pain in the butt. Everything's far away, it feels like. Let's see if I can. Usually, sometimes. Yep, there's a gray cat. It's a big. There's apparently some issues with the gray cat in 1.3. Shows up here. Like if I were to take weapons off, let me see. I had a loner hornet floating around in here. If I took weapons off that, put it on my Delta, it would spawn as a gray cat. So actually, here, let me do it real quick. Weapons, I'll just pop these off. These have much too high of an energy draw to really be able to, I don't know, effectively mount on the Delta. because it has such a small energy output, but because it'll make it sluggish and the shields won't work right and it just doesn't fit very well. Let me see. Whoa, wait, what? Sawbug. Hmm. There we go, Badger. I'm just gonna demonstrate this bug real quick at the end of my hangar video, and there's that. Uh, I'll I'll go ahead and equip my Arenita shield. Those will also increase your energy draw. I'm just doing this for the bug. This wouldn't be the loadout I'd use in Arena Commander. Alright, go here, electronic access, Arena Commander. I'm eventually going to start doing some more 4K videos. I don't think you can stream in 4K, but I do believe you can record in 4K. We'll see how that goes. I'm just demonstrating this bug real quick. And I'm clicking Vandal Swarm just in case it decides to work this time, which I highly doubt it will. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to mess around in 2.0. That's a huge step forward for this project. I'm very happy that I'm getting to see people play it. That I've just this last paycheck I spent a couple hundred more bucks on the anniversary sale. That was definitely worth it. All my ships are LTI'd, by the way, too. I just did the whole P-72 Archimedes ship and ship upgraded it to the ones I currently have. The only one that's not LTI is the Beta. And like I said, my Avenger and my Starfarer Gemini are not in the viewable in the hangar, but I'm hoping to see those soon. And I'm hoping the Cutlass will be flyable. The blue will be flyable soon. We'll see. Gonna hope whenever the 2.0 drops for me, I'm gonna be making a lot of content videos on those. We'll see if this even loads. It looks like it's taking longer than usual. We'll see how this works. I might even get the infinite loading screen bug. Huh. I give it like a minute. I usually doesn't take this long. I don't have an SSD. I use a 1 terabyte. I think it's a blue hard drive. It's a pretty fast hard drive, but it's nowhere near as fast as an SSD. I just didn't have the money for a huge SSD. But depending on how the final game looks for Star Citizen, I'm considering getting a 256 gigabyte one just for Star Citizen because those aren't super pricey or anything. So I'll try that out. But uh, I've also heard that playing a video game is rough on an SSD, but that might just be somebody talking out their behind. I haven't really looked into it too much. I use an SSD for my OS, but not my game storage. Okay, I'm gonna put a timer up here, and then I'm gonna determine whether or not this is a stopwatch. Starting 1 minute now. One last chance to load. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, checking out my hangar update. You guys have a nice day.